The Podbreed Network is strictly for the small podcasts that are up and coming in the vast world of podcasting. Podbreed is made up of many diverse podcasts coming together to achieve the same goal of being the best damn podcast network on the planet. Find out more at podbreed.com.
This is T-Boz from TLC. You're listening to the X and Y Show. Hope you enjoy.
The opinions expressed on the X and Y Show are the sole opinions of the host. Please note, there is no intentional desire to offend any member of the listening audience. With that said, if you still feel offended, tough shit.
It's time for the X and Y Show. With your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah, sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings. Welcome to the X and Y Show. And I'm your host, Roosevelt. Well, it's been a long week. This work week has really kicked my ass. I didn't even record an episode last week. Just got caught up. Sometimes you just need a break. Shit. They take breaks in Hollywood and they don't show an episode every damn week. So sometimes you just got to take a break. I took a week off, no big deal. I probably won't take a break again until the summer, just a couple of weeks or so. And then right before the Burr months, September, October, November, December. You know what happens in December. For those of you who've been listening to the X and Y Show, you know how I feel about December. Oh, wait, November too, because my birthday in there. And I'll take breaks here and there. I got to take some time off. You don't want me to get sick. None of y'all motherfuckers come take care of me or nothing. So I got to take care of myself. So, I hope everyone's doing well. Since I talked to you last, a lot of things have happened. One of the main things that happened, I don't usually listen to that tabloid shit, but Megan Good, for those of you know, she's an actress, played in a lot of movies, and she just got a divorce. And, seemed like a lot of guys saying that, they're going to shoot a shot at her now and stuff like that. And I don't know. Sometimes it makes me wonder. Sometimes damn, even they can't even make it. I think the dude was a pastor, her husband, and she, they can't even make it. So damn. So that's why I keep saying, folks, is it really such thing as love? I know you women don't like to hear that shit, but I'm just saying, I'm just going by the example that I see. I'm going by what I see. A pastor can't even make it, and they get a divorce. So, I'm like, shit, what do a regular dude have, anyway. So, I'm going to get started with some letters here. First one is from Wallace. Wallace says, I'm 31 years old. I've been dating this chick for 3 years. I love her. She loves me. However, I'm still not ready to get married. what should I do? Well, Wallace, I don't know why you stupid motherfucker, and, I wish, I talk a lot of shit. I do. I talk a lot of shit, but a lot of it is true. I don't lie to you, but I do talk a lot of shit. But if I can meet a woman that I love, even though I don't believe in love, I lust, and she lust and love me, I would get married. I would turn in my card in a minute. I would get married. There's nothing out here. There is nothing. Let me repeat that. There is absolutely nothing out here. You do not want to be in a single game now. It's a lot different than it was years ago. There's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there. Motherfuckers trying to rob you, trying to, get over on you, trying to kill you. Motherfuckers killing your ass now, yeah, come over my house. Bitch, I ain't coming over your house. I don't know you. It's all right. Yeah, okay. I'm serious. How many guys have get caught up going to see some girl and getting robbed or getting killed? So it's really bad out there. I mean, it's not good to be single. So if you can meet, all the good ones are taken. Or a lot of the good ones are taken. So if you can meet someone that you dig and she dig you, or he dig you, whatever, marry her, marry him. I don't, there's nothing out here. So Wallace, you got to be a stupid motherfucker. You say you love her, you say she love you, and so what's the problem? So, what should you do? I tell you what, give her my email. I just want to ask her a question. Shoot me an email and, with her email address, and I just want to talk to her. I'll show you what you should do. Stupid motherfuckers. That really irks me. These motherfuckers got women, good women, and, you don't want to get married. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? And you're 31. This is the prime time to get married. This is just, what are you doing? Anyway, so Wallace, yeah, man. Marry the girl, man. Marry the girl. Damn. You're making us look bad. Shit. Next one is from Lucy. Lucy say, Roosevelt, I really love your show. I really love listening to it. You are real. But I thought the show was X and Y. You seem to talk a lot about the X's. And she put a funny face on it with a tongue licking out. And I'm laughing because another smart ass that listened to the show, she knows she is. She always saying that I always dealing with the exes. That's bullshit. I've put my man card on Jeopardy many times. But, women don't listen. Anyway, so I'm putting my card on, threat for nothing, really. Because, y'all don't listen. But I do X's and Y's. Now, sometimes I might skip. I don't do X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. No, I don't do that shit. Like one week, oh, shit, I got to do the man. This week, oh, I got to do the women. No, fuck that. I ain't doing that shit. So I might do XXX, but I come back with YY, X, Y, YY, XX, YYY, I do mix it up. So Lucy, you that's bullshit. You tried me. I don't deal with just the X's. I talk about the Y's too. Matter of fact, this show is about the Y's. So, nah. All right, let's get into this week's episode. Do single women deal with a lot of scrubs in the dating game? Do single women deal with a lot of scrubs in the dating game? And, you know, I'm going to say that now. I'm going to say, yeah, they do. Women go through a lot of shit. And, you know, that's why a lot of times when I see a woman with a fucked up attitude, which a lot of them have fucked up attitudes, you know, you have to step back and think, like, why do they have this attitude, right? Because they've been dealing with all these knuckleheads for so long to, you know, they build up a brick wall reinforced by titanium. It's like a knucklehead barrier. That's what it's called. Scrub barrier. Maybe I'll change. Do women deal with knuckleheads instead of scrub? Maybe I'll do that. But women go through a lot of shit. You know, there's a lot of guys out there that, like Wallace, stupid mom, you know, who just play. You know, just play. A lot of guys out there just playing games, fucking around, and think life is just gonna carry on forever. You know, they're gonna be young forever and, you know, trying to fuck everybody. And you know, and I know this because that was me. So, you know, that was me years ago. Shit, I admit it. You know, I'm real. I keep it real. That was me. You know, life is, you know, always be this way. I always, you know, I'm trying to fuck everybody. You know, it's all like my motto. You know, my thing was, you know, what do you need to live? Oxygen, food, water, pussy. That's what I was. That was my motto. But the difference between me and the rest of these silly motherfuckers, like Wallace, I grew up. I realized that shit is, you know, it's time to stop doing that. You know, there comes a time, you know, you had, you know, your fun. So now it's time to be a man. It's time to be responsible for your actions. And it's time to be marriage material. So, you know, I grew up, you know, I will say that. I don't, you know, some of the shit that I used to do, I'm like, damn, did I really do that? You know, doing a lot of dumb shit. You know, I had to work the next morning. I had to get up at 6. And I'll go get some pussy at, you know, 2 and come back home at 4:30. You know, get a half an hour. A half an hour nap, and then got to get up and get ready to go to work. And, you know, so I can be there by 6:30. You know, crazy shit. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't think about doing that shit now. Come on over. Come on over, man. It's just 2:00. Yeah, I see you tomorrow. I see you over the weekend when I'm off. Shit. You know, you used to do a lot of dumb shit. You know, spend a lot of money and, you know, trying to fuck everybody. You know, just you know, shit that you can't maintain. So a lot of guys are still doing that, and the difference, like I said, between me and those guys, like Wallace. They don't, you know, I grew up. Those guys didn't. You know, those things that you used to do is not maintainable, and it shouldn't be. I mean, you can't be out there, you know, your whole life. You shouldn't be. You know, I've seen people turn out like that in my family, And, it wasn't a pretty sight. There was a playboy back in the day, had all the women, and then when they're, on their last days and they're, the deathbed, there's nobody there, no kids, no wife, nobody. That's the life of a player is a loneliness. So, that kind of shit, is not maintainable. And that's what a lot of guys are today in the dating game. A lot of guys are scrubs. And, T-Boz, she did that intro for me. I know you recognize her voice. When they came out with that song back in the day, Scrubs, I hated that shit because they were talking about me. I don't have kids, but, they dealt with a lot of different types of scrubs. He was hitting everybody. Shit. You live home. That's how they got me. You live home with your mama. And, for a little while I was living at home. So that's how they got my ass. But, I didn't have kids and, I ain't show no love to my shorty. I ain't had that. But I was the scrub that stayed home with his mama. So they was getting my ass too. So I hated that damn song. But it was true. I didn't have no money either. So I was a scrub. And I used to think back, trying to get a date and say, like, damn, why don't these women go out with me? I mean, and I dare me think that a woman would want to go out with me, living home with my mother, no money, looking like no future, not marriage material, so I was a scrub. So, I can't blame the woman back then for not wanting to have anything to do with me. Now, you have some women that's all they look for. They look for basket cases to save. I'm not talking about them. That's a whole different episode. I'm talking about women that are actually looking for husbands, marriage material minded guys. Why would she get with a scrub? A lot of guys, I mean, them, a lot of sorry motherfuckers, they sit around, play video games all day. Some of them don't have a job, or if they have a job, they, some bullshit job like, testing rubber bands or some shit. So they're not making no real money to sustain a family. No car. So the woman, they got to pick them up and tote their ass around everywhere they go, pick them up like a little fucking kid. A lot of them have kids, everywhere in the city. They fucking everybody, but they're not taking care of the kids. They're not taking care of the family. They're not raising their sons or daughters. So you have all these statistics that are growing up, and contributing to the problem, being in a single parent household. So they're contributing to the problem. And, it's just really insane to expect a woman to want to be with someone like that. And, I watch a lot of stuff on Instagram. Like I watched this this platform, this young lady. And what she does, she try to like matchmake people. And some of the guys that get on there, it's really embarrassing. They get on there and what do you do for a living? Well, I ain't doing nothing right now. I'm just chilling. But they want a girlfriend. They want a wife. How many kids you got? I got 4. Just bullshit. And I think that's what is wrong. That is definitely a big problem. What is wrong in today's world? A lot of men are sorry as fuck. And I admit it. You know, I'm not saying all of them, all men are sorry for. No, I'm not saying that. But a lot of men are sorry as fuck. A lot of men are scrubs. A lot of men are knuckleheads, whatever you want to call it. A lot of men are not leaders. They're not marriage material. So you have all these women walking around and they got these fucked up attitudes, and you have to almost write a pass. Yeah, you almost have to give them a pass and understand why they act this way, because they're dealing with so much bullshit day in and day out from all these sorry motherfuckers approaching them who's not marriage material, who are scrub motherfuckers, sorry dudes, waste of oxygen, you know, just losers. So, you know, and it messes it up. It messes that messes up the whole game, because, you know, you have all these women who get fucked by a couple of them, you know, get fucked over by a couple of them, and then they're tainted for the rest of their lives. You know, some women get bitter and they never return from you know, that experience, from dealing with a scrub. And, you know, every man behind them catch hell. You know, breaking down that brick wall. Then you got to get through the titanium. You know. So it's like, it's almost like looking at these women with fucked up attitudes. You know, you have to ask your question, is it men's fault? Is it, you know, are men the reason why women are walking around with fucked up attitudes? You know, a lot of that is because of the way they're raised and the bullshit that they hear from, you know, a little girl, from their mothers, and, you know, being brainwashed and shit. So, yeah, that's another episode. But it's some of the reason why women are walking around fucked up in the head is because men are the cause of it. I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying that that's the answer, but you have to ask the question. Are men the reason why women are fucked up in the head? Are men the reason why women are crazy as hell? Are men the reason why women don't trust men? Are men the reason why women choose to be alone? Is it men's fault? That's all I'm saying. Because women are dealing with all of these scrubs. So, you know, the next time you see a woman and she has a fucked up attitude, which is a lot of them, and she crazy as hell, you know, you have to, you know, hold back a little bit. You have to ask, why is she that way? You know, and when you see your boys, you know, I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them that are knuckleheads and scrubs, whatever you want to call them. You know, definitely not marriage material. I have a lot of those. You know, they fuck over women, and the women are, you know, they become ruined. So it's like, you know, even if they were a good woman, they're not anymore. You know, they don't want to take the chance of catching on with another sorry motherfucker that's not marriage material. Like so many scrub motherfuckers out there now, like Wallace. So even myself, I have to step back and think, damn, why did she get like that? Who has she been dealing with? Have she been dealing with a scrub? Is that the reason why she's fucked up in the head? Is that the reason why she's crazy as hell? You have to ask yourself, why is she that way? So the next time you see a woman with a fucked up attitude, you have to ask yourself, why? Are men the reason for this? For women dealing with so much bullshit from men day in and day out. What do you think the answer is? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I know a lot of you scrub motherfuckers didn't, but you know I don't give a fuck. Make sure you catch every episode of the XY Show that you missed. You can check me out on every outlet that you might listen to. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on Google, Spotify, Podbreed, Apple, Audible. I'm on everything. So you can check me out wherever you listen to your podcast. I'm also on social media. I'm on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find everything on my website, which is www.xyshow.com. And you can find everything there. You can find my store. We can buy a t-shirt, mug, and show everyone that you are a true X and Wire. Send me a pic, and I'll definitely post it on my IG page. So without further ado, I will see you next week. And I want you always to remember that you cannot have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.